to the Geekset Rewind, this new evolution. I don't know the intro. You gonna figure it out.
We'll get it together.
Y'all gonna follow this journey as we figure it out. People want to throw in new and improved. Somebody throwing GT plus Ultra.
GT. Geekset Rewind. GT is ugly, dog.
That's a revamp. Geekset Rewind.
Actually like that.
So Geekset Rewind Super.
Yeah, Geekset Rewind Super. I like Super.
We'll figure it out. You know what? Let us know in the comments below which one y'all like, or if y'all got any ideas on what we can call this revamp. But for our first series that we're going to be focusing on, we're going to be focusing on the series Last of Us, based off of the hit video game series with Naughty Dog. No, not Naughty Dog.
I thought it was Naughty Dog.
Yeah, Naughty Dog, by Naughty Dog. And we're going to get into episode 1. So before we get into episode 1, let me tell you guys the synopsis of it. We're going to go through the full plot in general, but the synopsis of it. In 2003, a fungal virus sparks a global pandemic and turns its victims into bloodthirsty attackers. Joel flees with his daughter Sarah as the virus starts to spread, but she is killed by a soldier who attacks them, while Joel is saved by his brother Tommy. 20 years later, the virus have ravaged the world. Joel lives in the Boston quarantine zone managed by the Federal Disaster Response Agency, FEDRA, as a smuggler with his partner Tess. Yeah, we're gonna go through the whole thing yet. When Tommy fails to contact them from his location in Wyoming, they try to buy a car battery from a local dealer, but it is instead sold to the Fireflies, a rebel group that opposes Fedra. Attempting to retrieve it, they find the deal has gone awry, and Marlene, the Fireflies' wounded leader, begs Joel to take Joel and Tess to take young Ellie to the Massachusetts State House in exchange for supplies. They are caught by a soldier while sneaking out, and Ellie stabs him when he tests them for the infection. When the soldier tries to shoot her, Joel beats him to death. Tess realizes that Ellie is infected, but Ellie promised them that she will not turn. They enter a biological contamination area to flee the pursuing Fedra soldiers. So,
by the way, spoiler if you ain't watched it.
Definitely spoiler.
Oh yeah.
And I will say, I'm gonna need you to give me the watch mode of Deuces. So.
Okay, all right.
I'm looking at you like, this is what niggas like.
I didn't give the watch mode.
But to be fair, he didn't get a chance to read it beforehand.
You just went in.
Nah, but listen, y'all following us on this journey. But so, if you would like to watch our actual live watching of the episode, make sure you go to our Patreon. It's going to be in the description down below, and we'll do a little graphic right here. So go to our Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Sign up for that, and then every episode you're going to get that. You're going to be able to get us watching it and our live commentary throughout the show. Now, unfortunately, we can't show the show, so you only hear the audio, but you will get full audio and hearing us and how we think about it. So
and all our little side conversations and whatnot, you know.
But until then, thank you. Now let's go ahead and get into our full review.
As a resident who hasn't played the game, I want to hear your thoughts first, because now you're just talking on it purely as TV show.
Yeah. I mean, so like I said earlier when we was watching it, they were smart to drop this in right after Walking Dead. Right. Walking Dead was leaving. Yeah. So having another zombie movie that kind of pops in right after, especially if you are somebody who was just a fan of Walking Dead. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You like, oh, there's another kind of movie. You know what I'm saying? So for me watching it, it gave me all of the feels and energy that I had more background with Walking Dead because I read the comics when the show came out.
Right.
Yeah. In this one, I can even feel the sense of Walking Deadness and this, of it. You know what I'm saying? From even the opening scenes, just the subtle quiet, the shit really, chaos really ensuing. In a lot of zombie movies, zombie shows kind of do that. So I think, first of all, as an episode, it was a great story. Knowing that that first half, talking to y'all and knowing that first half was literally the game, I want to play the game even more now.
Yeah.
Knowing that I was because I'm watching the movie, I'm watching it, and you just looking at it, and I play games, the great cinematic,
of course,
and stuff like that. But it's personally, I haven't played one in a very long time. Yeah. So watching it, and hearing y'all dog, they got the game to a T. I'm this was in the game. I think it's a very interesting story. I think it makes a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? I think So I think the idea, cause like even with the game, like I said, for game wise in general, everybody like I never even pay attention to the game. Like I'm on the Sony, I'm not a Sony guy.
Right.
Like I knew it was a great game. Like I've all heard people always tell me I should play it or whatever, but I just never got a Sony to play it yet. Like I want to play it, but it was never on top of my list. So
yeah, I mean, because that's what it is. It's the story of this, like that they walk you through it in the zombie world, or in this mutated world.
Yeah.
The story, like I said, it kicks off, and you like, wait, this is the beginning. Yeah. So like you like, if this is the beginning, it only either gets worse or even more crazier. So as you are going through it, and that's what attracts you to the game.
Yeah.
Like,
it has that narrative, like you said, it's that thing. You're like, damn. I'm interested in these characters.
Yeah.
I'm not just interested in the world.
Because like I said, once like I said, spoiler alert. Like I said, once
what happened beforehand?
Once like when I said I always thought the game was him and his daughter.
Right.
Seeing the first scene, like, hold on, bro, like y'all taking this nigga's daughter? What, like it felt like, so it was like that, like even knowing that kind of chaos. Like the backstory of how they created Joel, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like what he had to go through to kind of be like, now you see 20 years later, like bro ain't really for the shits. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, he kind of wasn't for the shits until when everything was going crazy. He ran past the couple with the kid.
What are you doing? Got a kid, Joel. So do we. Keep driving.
We can put you in the bag.
Denise get back in the house, we ain't got time for you.
Denise definitely could have got into the car.
We brought up Denise. Denise could have got in the car. They could at least say Denise. It could have been four of them.
It could have been.
It could have been. Did they get Denise?
No.
So she got? No.
Oh, I know people in the street.
Denise didn't make it in the house.
Jesus Christ, Joel!
No, it was over for Denise.
My God.
And Denise would have listened and went back into the house immediately. She probably was like, what? And then that's when they got her.
Say what twice? Are you dead now?
Yeah.
But like so as far as similarities in the game, the reason why I thought that was really dope because like even the way that they was doing the camera swinging.
Yeah.
When you in the game, when you're doing that in between cut scene before you like have to do the interaction one. Yeah, the camera is swinging like that because Ellie is the one. I mean not Ellie, his daughter was the one that was like seeing everything that was going on. She's the eyes in that moment. So like that turns out really dope the way that he was doing that. It's kind of just like I said, it really mirrored it. And again, when you play the game, you just like, yo, I am thrown into some shit.
It's chaos. You saw how chaotic it was.
Like in the game, because I'm assuming, like you said, the backstory game to show was like it kind of kicked. Like did the game kind of kick off right where?
Yeah, that part.
Like right where the pull up and everybody get in the car. And,
I can't remember how exactly it started, but like
was
close to that. Like
it was definitely like, right at the beginning.
The whole first half of this movie. I mean, the first act of the movie up until like when it started going crazy, you didn't really get that much. I think you start in Joel's house, and then like there's this moment where like I think you see their
like Graham ain't in the game.
No.
That
whole the Adlers.
Yeah.
But similar that like with. At some point, you get to go like explore the world.
Well, yeah.
And the Adlers, I mean, they were the neighbors. Like that. That's what.
But like you don't see the.
They never knew who they were.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see the downfall because you gotta figure.
You don't see the downfall of the Adlers.
You gotta figure that was all from.
Yeah. That's what I said. Yeah.
Like I was saying, just the difference in the similarities and obviously what made it more crazy in the game. You feel the vibration and stuff. Yeah. So it was like just, but even watching it, you kind of felt like, fam, if I was playing this, I know I'm feeling the vibration right here.
Yeah. The plane explosion, like shit gonna fuck, like
like I said, like the plane explosion, like bro, that's what I'm saying, like that's what I was saying, like. Cause those are really my favorite video games. But when you really playing the game, you realize like, oh, this controller is really sitting here all this time.
Yeah.
Really watching.
Right.
Cause I mean,
you just hear
you just look, you know what you read like, oh, this shit. I'm watching a little movie, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you control it. Like,
that's what I understood when they started to have to actually do that video game because. Like Final Fantasy and shit like those kind of things, bro. You had that motherfucker sitting down.
Yeah.
You make you a sandwich.
Yeah.
Like ain't no interaction.
Right.
You about to watch
that. They was like, hey man, you got to know what's going on. Cause like you said, people they might walk off before or something. Like no, you need to know this story.
You need to know what's going on, man. Like I need you to make sure you catch this curve. Catch this curve.
Right.
Come back like, game over. Like, what?
the little quick responses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Resident Evil got niggas on ass with that. That's what got whipped everybody in shape.
Yeah. I wanted to know, because like I said, so you kept on saying like, you wouldn't be in this world.
Yeah.
This world is
Y'all really own this.
I don't care. You would just give up?
Yes, bro. Take me out.
At what point?
Yeah,
I told you, bro, I'm just gonna try something that I know I shouldn't be doing. Yeah. But it's gonna be because it's like I'm fed up with this shit. It's gonna definitely be early.
So you're not making it 20 years.
The chaos that ensued, the chaos that created the 20 years later, I'm going in that.
Oh, so you going night
I'm
up.
in the first round.
You going night up.
I'm going night up. Damn.
Bro, I feel like they reorganized life. I don't know how quickly after, but it's like they seem to reorganize life pretty okay.
It's still but I feel like that's all they did was just quarantine everybody. Like they had to find section shit off.
Well, because that's what they still doing. Like the military, they quarantined everything. It's like we keep out the rip. Like you.
Yeah.
You turn.
If anything, that's probably how
you show red. I'm out. You out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If anything, that's how I died.
And then, like I said, those people that they executed, like if you snuck out unauthorized, you dead. We ain't even chancing it. Like they kill niggas with unauthorized. If you snuck in here, I mean, yeah, we a nice safe haven, but you dead because we didn't.
We're not even risking it.
Do all that, bro. I'm not gonna do all
but
that.
Then you can be firefighters. Who's like they just
man, I'm not gonna be no firefighters fighting the fucking government, bro. Fuck out of here. Like, no, bro. That's why I kept trying to explain to y'all. Like, like even Joe, bro. Like the hustle that nigga had at the beginning of the episode.
I need the bag back.
Like, we working double time. Fuck your birthday. I'll bring you a cake. Fuck the cake. I ain't bring the cake.
Well,
like,
it's his birthday.
Yeah, it was definitely his birthday.
Fuck all that. I'm trying to make some money. Didn't want to get Tommy no goddamn money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Joe out here trying to get his bread. And then you go out of jail and come back to pure chaos.
It's not just it was his brother.
But that's what, bro. You go like you already was chilling.
No, but what you say? If you under Joe wing, you under Joe wing. You know Joe gonna do everything for you.
No, I don't know what Joe's in my life.
Be more like Joe.
I don't know what Joe.
I don't have a Joe in my life to be like, oh, I'll be solid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a Joe in my life, and I'm not about to be Joe. Like, I'm not about to. Man. Like, bro. I just know. I don't. Y'all think y'all really can?
I mean, we never.
Like, if I make it to the 20 years, I'm there.
Yeah,
I feel like I'll be firefighter. I wouldn't be military. I'll be firefighter.
Bro, you ain't finna be no goddamn.
Why you coming at him?
Right.
Why you?
Kids across the border? You out
No, they only smuggling that kid.
Yeah, they only smuggling her.
Reason why Ellie.
You outside the wall and all that kind of shit, man. Like, bro, you ain't doing all that, bro.
I feel like
you shooting from the roof. Them niggas gonna have them fights, bro.
If I make it,
everybody shooting from the roof.
Yeah, if I make it through the first.
Roles? I don't know what role I play in the fight.
I'll be translator fam. Like
I ain't doing all the fighting.
I'll be translator fam. You know the fam who was giving all the info, who was relaying messages. I can do that. I can relay messages Fam probably get good money. He probably get good rations.
Man, ain't nobody get no. They probably don't eat that. To a nigga that's on the streets. Cause I'm on your ass. You think you give a ration to me, and I'm out here risking my life, shooting from the roof.
Fam, cause I think about
the room and you down in the basement. It's like, damn, them niggas up there.
They going crazy.
You get more rations than me.
Yeah, because people gonna want to have extra rations so they can give out 2 messages. Yeah, I'm more rations. You could delay a second message. Bro, then you ain't relaying no messages. No message. You better hope you ain't got no family on the other side of the wall.
Y'all get some desk jobs.
2 moments that I really felt like you was like, okay, I'm in on this show. When they killed his daughter, because you was like, wait, this happened?
Yeah, I was definitely shocked.
And then seeing the spore. I think that moment, like, it was
when family against the wall,
yeah.
Her mouth. Well, the mouth one I thought that was hair.
Yeah, he thought it was hair.
Yeah.
So the one when he was.
I'm like, oh yeah, because I don't understand. But I mean, like I said, the beginning of the show, like the explanation of like fam trying to tell everybody what what fungi can, what fungus can do.
Yeah.
Well, now, there is reason to evolve. One gene mutates, and an Ascomycetia, Candida, ergot, Cordyceps, Aspergillus, any one of them could become capable of burrowing into our brains and taking control, not of millions of us, but billions of us.
I think you said that wasn't in the game, like they didn't really kind of give.
Yeah, they didn't give that explanation. Like you learned,
which was a dope addition.
But this was like this gave it like the lore, it gave it like the science behind it.
Yeah, and I mean I've heard I've definitely what he was describing, talking about the shrooms and everything, like fungi. Like I've definitely everybody. If you've even thought about any of the trippier things, you know what I'm saying? Like you've already kind of understood that mushrooms do have some kind of trait. Yeah, that have some kind of control over our body anyway. So. Knowing that's kind of like the premise of I didn't know that either about the game. Like I didn't know the premise was okay.
Thing.
Like I thought it was literally just like another zombie movie. You know
right.
Either the MVP of the show right now is either Marlene or Joel. Who you giving it to? Who won the episode for you?
Bro, I got it.
Fam, Ellie won the episode for me, fam.
What?
Ellie won the episode when she came in.
She came in hot.
Bro. Oh, no. And you gotta think if y'all knew her, that was her chained up. Then y'all, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know till she said her name. Like, this nigga.
Oh yeah, because remember, obviously at first, they called her, I forgot, Veronica. So even then,
So I'm like, so for me, I didn't know it was her. So when I realized it was her, that's why I asked when I watched her, I'm like, is this how she is in the game? You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was like, yeah, they pretty accurate. I'm like, this motherfucker hot.
For me, I got Marlene one of the episodes.
The
way she came at her, like she was like,
sorry.
I can do it. Kim, you don't have a fucking ear on your fucking head, could you please?
They ask you how you are, you don't just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into
it. Marlene, like I said,
she's not that cutthroat in the game, dog.
Yeah.
She's not at all fair.
She's straightforward, but not cutthroat.
She was bleeding out though, fam. She was definitely like, bro, we ain't got time.
Even before that, the fucking follow order. I don't think it's not gonna be that aggressive.
Is that your question? That's one of them. My answer is to follow fucking orders. Our people are asking what's going on, and I don't know what to tell them. Tell them to follow fucking orders.
Like she was general and
like
commanding
general. But that's like asshole aggressive.
She was way too sarcastic in this one, but I fuck with it.
It was great. It was a great change.
I got Marlene. He got Ellie. Who you got?
I was gonna say Joe because we saw him cutthroat from big. His mannerisms. His mannerisms basically in chaos didn't change. Like he was the same person before his daughter.
We don't give no fuck about nobody, girl.
If you ain't with him, you ain't with him. You not.
Cause I mean, that's why you told Denise to stay in. That's why you said we going.
Right, cause Denise ain't with them.
Back up, nigga said go forward. Back up there. Back up. Like back up.
What's funny is why did Tommy question that he wanted him to run over the people backing up when he wanted him to run over the people forward?
That's because Tommy's still like, hey. Tommy's still like that's his brother, so he know he an asshole, but he ain't never seen asshole with life or death. He's still like, wait a minute, bro.
You're not thinking clearly.
Like what you on, man?
Like Joe, you're not thinking clearly. I was getting this thing.
Bro, I will rearrange us because he's not gonna push his brother out. He with us. But obviously now this is like probably like the 4th or 5th HBO adaptation that we saw that we were like, damn, this is great. So we know Netflix be fucking up with anime adaptations. Would you like to see HBO try their hand at one?
I say yes. HBO has garnered my trust.
Okay.
Right. So like they already have my trust with shows, right? And just really like drama series, right? Where the point I'm like, I don't gotta know much about it. I'ma watch it. HBO has done so many, like you said, adaptations of something where it's like, yo, this is actually kind of solid.
Right.
And I trust them now. That if they was to say, and this gonna be my hot take. If they was to say, all right, listen, we got the rights to Dragon Ball Z, knowing what Dragon Ball Evolution was, and knowing that I'm like, I don't think we're ready for one. If HBO say they do it, I'll give them a shot. I'll be like, I would it.
So what's your answer before I get mine?
Deuces, wow. Sorry, Joe.
So you would know.
Yeah, I'm a dog fan.
Why?
Because I mean, they do great real life adaptations. Like Basketball's on and Still People.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really know how I feel about them taking on like
animation.
Japanese culture.
But what if it's like a Death Note where it's kind of real life-ish? It got some fantastical in it, but it's still more often than not real life-ish.
Yeah, because Ryu would be the only thing that would not be that they would have to.
I mean, in that like it's something like that I could take because I mean, like I didn't think that the Death Note was terrible.
Within a sense, like outside of all like the supernatural elements and everything, let's say an anime like High Rise Invasion.
I mean, I can see that. I can definitely see that go on. I mean, because it's all humans, bro. Like I said, my issue is with the fact that
the supernatural elements.
Yeah.
Like what you visually can see in mangas and what they like the Kamehameha, like bro.
Well, that's all I said. Like I said,
the Dragon Ball.
It's certain anime that it works for. I do agree with you. I think I will watch it, but you have to. There's a scale of Dragon Ball. I'm sorry. To High Rise Invasion or a Death Note. Death Note is probably like somewhere in the middle because you got the aspect of you got to create the Shinigami.
Yeah.
So
that's what I said. Like comparing like Game of Thrones or whatever, where you got a dragon amongst all the people.
Right.
Like I can get that. Like, but when you're adding like Piccolo Green, bro, like you adding. You had Nimbus Cloud flying.
Let my hot take breathe.
Ken.
So quick, yes or no? We don't. None of us have to elaborate. Do you think they could do Naruto? Let's say Shippuden, and they got Shippuden.
Yes.
No.
I'm gonna say
a lot of
no. We're not even gonna elaborate. I just want quick yes or no. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say yes as well.
All right, so scale 1 to 5 Eagles. What you got it?
I'm gonna give it a 5. This is a great first episode.
I'm giving it a 5 as well.
Yeah, it's definitely a 5 for somebody that even not comparing to the game.
Yeah,
definitely 5.
All right. Well, then, thank you guys for joining us on our first official revamp review of Geekset Rewind. If you want to see our live watching and commentary, make sure you go to the Patreon right here. Right here, yeah, check it out. We got perks from $1 to $50. But join us next week, man, for episode 2. You're gonna get the same treatment. So holla at us. We'll tell y'all.
It'll be a little smoother.
Yep, the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together, and we are out.
Peace.
Like everybody has the stereotypical on what a black geek is. Are you familiar with the term blurred?
Blood, no.
Right.
Some people said it came off of Scrubs. Some people said it came off the internet. I don't honestly really know.
Don't you see the skin, the eyebrows, the hair?
Yo, white geeks still rock, you know what I'm saying, Dunks or Jordans or whatever.
Did I do that?
It's exciting. It's like, holy, oh, my dog is gonna start barking.
It's all right.
She's excited about it too.
And same as you said, like a barbershop talk, like we would go into really in-depth conversations about these theories and like, well, what if and how come?
It's not unusual to be loved.
Right, but we talk about anime, video games, comic books and stuff like that, but when you hear us talk about it, the passion sounds like we arguing Jordan and Bron.
What do you mean? What does that even mean? What does that even mean?
Like, it sounds like barbershop talk.
Because you don't know the history, don't mean it ain't happened, dog.
You broke that down right there.
But when you see the black geek, you don't see that. You see the socially awkward glasses. Well, this is me. And that's not a lot of us. A lot of us do sound and talk like us. You know what I'm saying?
Because it becomes stereotypical, as if that's where our strength comes from.
I don't know the geek that you talked about before. I know the geek you're talking about right now, though.
It was sort of a call sign so we could find each other on message boards.
Anime gives you life lessons throughout that whole thing. Like, there's not one anime
that I know of that doesn't teach you to never give up.
It's just like, I just love seeing us go into the world and go into these different spaces and create things that weren't there before.
And then it was like Miles Morales is like the normal, Black person in the United States.
That was my first like blurred moment, was seeing, Storm on the X-Men cartoon series. And I was like, wow, that's a Black woman and she's strong, she's powerful.
That's what I want for us. I want us to be that voice.